Good afternoon, Adam here from Aqualife Hub, here with another episode number 13 of my Reef Tank series. This is going to be another shorter one. I mostly just want to show off a bit today because the tank is looking fantastic. I did not do another vibrant treatment this week because I don't see any real algae in there. So Thursday would have been the next dose. I'm skipping it. I'm going to monitor it. Supposedly you can do vibrant every 2 weeks if you see some algae growth. I'd like to get away from vibrant altogether eventually so that I can put my Chaeto back in the tank because it's still down in my refugium. So without further ado, let me just show off a bit. Honestly, everything's just doing fantastic. So let's do this sort of long range view just to give you a show what everything looks like. The fish are doing fantastic. The two crummies that survived the first couple days are still doing great. They're eating, they look healthy. It'll be another week or so, week and a half, until they go in the tank. And then I'm also going to be adding a foxface and a cardinalfish, a Bengai cardinalfish. So they should be arriving right about the same time that the other guys come out of quarantine into the main system. So I know it's a little hard to see, but this Poecilopora is actually beginning to bottom out a bit. You can actually see it grabbing onto the rock, and you can see some a bit of growth all on the plate itself, and also you can see some polyps. It's a little fuzzy on the base. They're pale, but you can actually see the polyps all around the frag plug. So that's interesting. It seems to be bottoming out a bit and growing downwards instead of upwards. Hopefully it'll start going in the correct direction sooner rather than later. It hasn't really shown much upward momentum, but it definitely looks healthy. The Platymontipora, the bigger one that I have, is finally looking healthy. I mean, I think this is actually the correct color. It looks sort of pale on this just because of the white light, but it is a nice bright red color, and I'm really enjoying watching it grow. It seemed to grow. It stopped growing for a bit, and then the color filled in, which is sort of fun to watch. So it looks like it sort of made the calcifying structure, and then sort of grew out into the structure after the fact. My purple torch continues to be one of my favorite corals in the tank. It's always looked healthy. It looks even healthier now than it did before. I don't know how I got so lucky with this one. I expected this coral to be a bit more difficult and a little more touchy, but honestly, it's been full extension basically since I got it. I relocated my St. Thomas Rhodactis mushroom back near the fuzzy mushrooms. So, it's sort of mushroom alley back here with a good number of Recordia floridas. So he's actually put on a bit more color, looks really good. And this rock flower is just a cool color of yellow and green. I actually tried to eat some pellets yesterday that I threw in the tank, some algae wafers. It grabbed a whole huge wafer, and I don't see it in its mouth anymore, so either some fish came along and stole it, or he actually digested the whole thing. The zoas continued to improve in color and shape. Their skirts are definitely filling in. They look a lot better. Not a whole lot of reaching, just sort of nice and stretched out though. And they just look healthy. You can sort of see these green ones back here. Nice, good extension. And these guys are finally starting to open back up again. A little hard to see from this angle. So yeah, like I said, shorter one today. Really just wanted to show off because it's never looked this good every week. Since starting the vibrant treatment, it's been a week that it's looked at its best. And now there's basically no algae anywhere in the tank other than some coralline growth, which again you can see really starting to come in on these rocks. So it's sort of, I'd say it's doubling every 2 or 3 days. So hopefully within a couple months it'll cover everything. But that's all I have for today. Next video I have will probably have crummies in this tank. As far as the fish are doing, let's see, where's the clownfish? The clownfish have been fussing with each other a little bit. I think they're too close together in size. So I think they're fighting it out. But they are definitely happy fish. They're starting to pick at me a bit while I clean the tank and while I feed. But they're extremely happy little guys. And I'm definitely enjoying having them in the tank. Alright, until next week. Thanks for watching.